rebuild or shut down the IHMs for a hospitality educational revolution. That is a story I read in the Economic Times dated 21st October 2024 that caught my eye. It was by Mr. Douglas Peter, the founder of Michel Adrian Consulting. Well, shutting down was the easiest thing to do, the easiest option. But then what happens to that blood, toil, what happens to that blood, sweat, toil and tears of the pioneers of the two of them, namely Miss Tangamma Phillip, the mother of hospitality education in India, along with Mr. Belfield C. Smith, the FAO expert deputed to India for this. They laid the foundations for the hospitality education program in India with the establishment of the IHMs. IHM Dadar started in a rented building, a far cry from what it is today, with a commercial hotel in it. While Pusa was, I hear, was started in the barracks of the World War II soldiers, which was there. So that's where it started off now. But they continued with that in the 60s to give shape to the contours of the IHM's infrastructure we know today. To hand over in the early 70s to the builders, the sustainers to take over from them. Namely, as principals, they are then it was the Foodcraft Institutes. There's no IHMs then. When the IHMs were only four, the four metros, but Foodcraft Institutes primarily, and the principals were Mr. Simon Bombay, Mr. Rafiq Ahmedabad, Mr. Balchandran Bangalore, Mr. Inder Bhari Madras. Each IHM functioning as a separate unit independent of self. They conducted their own exams and they had their own syllabus, functioning under the purview of the Ministry of Agriculture. Note this, because that's how I think IHM Pusa got that 1 acre beautiful place in the 100 acres area of the Pusa agricultural complex. I think that's the best location that any IHM could have. Pure, pristine oxygen and greenery all around. Well, then the IHMs or the FCIs were fulfilling the needs of the industry with human resources needed that the industry needed. It was doing very well, and the students also were, aspirants were also satisfied with the FCIs and IHMs. This continued till 70s and then the 80s. In 1989, the National Council for Hotel Management and Catering Technology was set up by the Ministry of Tourism. Now note this, the Ministry of Agriculture no longer is Ministry of Tourism. An apex body under the Ministry of Tourism was supposed to integrate all the IHMs, etc. Typically be an umbrella body. It was supposed to be a dynamic body to usher in the welcome changes along with the changes in the hospitality industry, or to go along with the changes in the industry, change the syllabus, keep pace with it, interact with the industry, etc. But then it became a typical government tool. It became a grazing ground as a pasture for principals who are retiring, or academicians, senior academicians who are retiring, to get an extension and to stay there. So not taking a decision is a decision in those days, with all those typical elderly senior academicians becoming babus, literally pushing files, not doing anything dynamic, and that is where the rot set in. And exactly that's where the rot. That's the year I joined Pusa, so I know firsthand. Because NCHMCT was then in Pusa complex, in the IHM complex. But that's why we lost the plot. Totally. But because we were doing very effectively till then. But then let's stop the blame game. Stop blaming the pioneers. Stop blaming the builders, the teaching faculty, the NCHMCT, the Ministry of Tourism, Agriculture, the students, the Zen Millennium students, everybody, the hotel industry for that matter also. Let's look at solutions. Solutions would be that Mr. Douglas Peter suggested that a one-point solution, artificial intelligence should be inculcated in the syllabus. But that is not the one all-purpose solution that can be used, a panacea for everything. Instead, I would suggest some unorthodox solutions which would involve no cost, not much of cost. So let's look at that solution that I have in mind. 1. Industrial training for students revert back to the 2 months training, so 6 months labor, they become slaves to industry. Revert back to the 2 months training that we had in our course, 2 months after the first year vacation, summer vacation, before the second year. One department, let them master that one department. The processes, the systems, interact with, build relationships with the staff there. So much so that as like we all got a job offer much before we joined college in second year. So before our third year campus placement, we all of us had a job offer in hand. I had one from IHL Connemara. I was told to take the last train from after the final examination of third year. But then the reason being that will help the hotel, help me build a career first. 2, the hotel saves training costs, time costs, induction costs, everything. I'm just put on duty. Industrial training for teaching faculty members. This is important. Why do you have to send the teaching faculty on a paid holiday to Lausanne, Singapore, CIA? Send them into the hospitality industry of India in their own department of expertise. Let them spend 2 weeks of the summer vacation or 1 week of the winter vacation, or give them a sabbatical. That will make it look more attractive. And let them learn the latest things and come back to college. That's another way you can build relationships with the industry. Another point, overhaul the syllabus totally. At the moment we are generating GIs, general issues. That's not the need in the industry, we need commandos. So how do you do that? Change the syllabus. In the second year, after they come back from their industrial training for aspiring chefs, let them focus on their course project of kitchens. Mastery of one cuisine with the basic expertise of all the cuisines. That is, cuisines of India, Chinese, continental, knowledge of microbiology, FSSI, commodities, likewise with housekeeping, front office, food and beverage service. Now, when the teaching faculty goes into the industry, they'll learn artificial intelligence, they'll learn computer, they'll learn computerization, they'll learn all this. And when the students come back from the industry, they'll be able to bridge the gap between the industry and the catering colleges. Voila. Simple steps, unorthodox. But if you can think through this, we have a solution in hand. The vision is to produce commandos and not GIs we're doing now. And what is the mission? As I have said earlier, the unorthodox measures. This means industry and IHMs have to associate with mutual benefit to each other, with mutual benefit and respect for each other, and acceptance also. Now, this way the industry benefits, the IHMs benefit, the teachers benefit, the students benefits, the NCHMCT benefits. It becomes a dynamic body in the process. They plan a schedule for all the teachers across. A Delhi person can go to Bombay if need be. If he or she has a residence in Bombay, they can go to train at Bombay. They can opt for an option, as students do. Build an MOU, sign up MOUs with the ISCL, with the ITC, with the EIHL. Make those efforts and see how you can bring changes in the IHMs. And then you will have your seats full in the IHMs. And this mutual acceptance, this mutual beneficial association, that shall be the change maker, the game changer. Embrace the twist to enjoy the turn. Thank you.